Thank you very much. Today we want to talk about the issue of the abduction of MP Joanna Mamombe and youth leaders Cecilia Chimbiri and Netai Marola. Are you aware of this issue?
Yeah, well, we've been reading about this issue over the social media, and you'll appreciate that on Friday, our Secretary General released a statement, and yesterday, Dr. Khuphe also released her statement on the issue. But Dr. Khuphe's one is very important because not only did she deal with that, but she also dealt with them both sisters, the other ones in Bulawayo. That seemed to have been forgotten by everyone else. The irony is that they seem to receive more abuse, if you have to look at the intensity, than these ones. But I guess these ones are enjoying a certain class privilege than the forgotten Mpofu sisters.
Okay. Do you believe that the MP Mamombe and her youth leaders were justified to demonstrate during the time when there's a lockdown?
Well, I want to say something to you which you have to listen to me closely to really get to where I'm going with this. The unfortunate thing is that in our country, we are an extremely dishonest nation. So we don't subscribe to values, as it were, and principles. We go for expedience. So you find that those that follow me and love me know little or to none at all about my values and principles, and so they will defend everything I do regardless. Same thing with those that support the other side. They will not care about their values and principles. What do they stand for? They will just support and defend. Case in point, you would have seen a certain politician who said she does not believe in the judgment. She holds a high position in the MTC alliance, but was then caught up also in another group of the same party, which she says she does not believe in. She has left and she has formed a new party. And when the journalist followed this up, it became clear that she was indeed, by her own admission, part of MTCT. But we saw reports yesterday that she's claiming now that the phone that is there is not her phone. That phone is missing of some sort, and somebody else is using it. You see, that's a pure lie, a pure lie. And there is no outrage. People are just going with it, they're accepting it. And so if you look at all that duplicitousness, if you look at all that dishonest, it becomes difficult for a Kalpani Pugen seated here to be able to follow and know what is true and what is fiction. So sometimes we sit here and ask ourselves a question: is this genuine, or this is a made up thing, or people just acting because of the dishonesty of our politicians and our political discourse?
Okay, so you were saying them going on that demonstration was part of a scheme.
I'm not sure. I'm really confused. You and I seated here, you know very well how much the whole country has been cooperating and has been worried about this COVID-19. And boom, from the blues, we wake up in the morning, there's a demonstration. And you ask yourself a question: this demonstration is to achieve what? And who is being addressed there? And I'm at loss of words, because if you look at the violation of the COVID-19 restrictions, what that means is you can actually pass the virus to many people, and which could result in their death. So you then ask yourself a question: where is all of this coming from? And you then say, but we had agreed as a nation that we're suspending all politics now because we're dealing with this invisible enemy. And then why you wake up in the morning and threaten the lives of so many? Because with that, just protesting, having so many people in close proximity like that threatens their health. So maybe I'm not the right person to comment on these issues, but yeah, it's a very worrying development. I don't know, but a very worrying development.
Okay. Dr. Khuphe, in her statement, did not use the word abduction. Was that on purpose? Does she believe that these ladies were abducted?
Well, as you know, the whole of yesterday I was at church, so I have not had much time to really discuss this full statement with her. So I'm not sure of her intimate thoughts around what exactly transpired. But maybe let me ask you this, because you follow these things keenly. What is your view on these matters?
Okay, it's clear from their description that they were taken from a police station and they were taken to a distant place where they were tortured and kept for more than 2 nights. That is the story that they told. Is there a reason why you wouldn't believe this story?
No. I wouldn't say I wouldn't believe it, because let me tell you the danger that you face. The danger that you face is that if you take everything at face value, you are going to have problems, because I've given you an account. I gave you of that account of a lady who says something, but and the secret behaves in a different way, and then come out and still claim, no, it was not me, and all those confusing things. I think and Ndebele really did a marvelous job to expose the lies and the dishonesty of our politicians. And it doesn't help, because it casts all of us in a bad light. But this is a very simple matter to follow, Kabakwe, in this way, my brother. Remember, it turns out that when they were found, they still had their cell phones, or at least one of them had her cell phone, right? So yes. It is very easy to then follow up. You can triangulate, you can actually see the movement of these people. It's very easy. And I don't think that they should struggle with that. I would also assume that this police station where they went to, there'll be CCTVs. There will also be processes which they were involved in. So I'm sure that this matter can be followed. But maybe let me also get into the conspiracy theory realm, and allow me, indulge me at least. Let me try this. You reported something this morning to the effect of a coup, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. In your reporting. And I've also been receiving phone calls from close friends that tell me information. Yeah, indeed, it looks like something to that effect is brewing. And as you know, that the MTC Alliance is always involved in these coups, if you are to go by the 2017 one. So there's a lot happening there. You need to follow it keenly. But unfortunately, you and me, maybe not exactly you and me, but the poor of the poorest will always suffer, because the political elites, they always want to wake up in the morning, change a government, unconstitutionally so, play these funny political games. I would like to think, and I hope that this whole thing is not true, because if it is true, then it will be so unfair. It would have taken back the struggles against the abuse of women and the abuse of political power and adoptions back, because we shouldn't play or act these type of things, because the effect is to undermine victims, the genuine victims of these things.
Okay. Has Dr. Thokozani Khuphe phoned or visited the 3 young ladies?
Well, like I said to you, I'm really not sure, but as you can see that she includes them there in a letter, it shows you that that's something that she has tried to follow keenly. It's a lockdown, it's a Sunday, I just woke up, so I should be having conversations with her later today. I can canvass all those issues with you, but knowing her, I'm sure she would have. I'm sure that if she gets an opportunity, she will also try and contact the three ladies in hospital right now.
Okay, but I showed you a few days ago a Facebook post by Joanna Mamombe, who said Douglas Monzora was behind the abduction, the same way he was behind the recall. What do you make of that statement?
It's unfortunate that someone like Joanna Mamombe will say those type of things. Douglas Monzora made everything that is accused of in some instances, but is definitely not an evil person. He may differ with them politically, but the Douglas Monzora that I know would not get anyone treated, even his worst enemies, treated in the manner those ladies articulate they were treated. So okay, but then look, I personally, with what I know, but remember we have 2 years when the Honorable Monzora was working with the Alliance, and we were working with Dr. Khuphe. But even with those 2 years, I still don't see Douglas Monzora behaving in that manner. I don't know, but I will err on the side of caution and give Honorable Monzora the benefit of that. There is no way he could behave like that.
Okay, but most of the leaders on the MDCT side, they have not come out and condemned the abduction the same way that Nelson Chamisa did. Chamisa visited the hospital. He made a very powerful speech in front of the hospital. But none of the MDCT leaders have gone there. Monzora, Komichi, Muzuri.
No, but here is a question for you. Did you see Honorable Monzora's statement on Friday?
Yes.
You don't think that was a hard-hitting statement?
He did not mention the word abduction.
Well, my friend, he does not have to mention the word adoption. He spoke about the barbaric treatment. I read that statement. And he spoke of that treatment being primitive and there's no place in our democracy. That's what he said. Now, this is not a contest, by the way, between Monzora and Chamisa, or Dr. Khuphe and Chamisa. I mean, I think if you look at that, you can see that all those spokespersons for Chamisa, they have actually said, they've put this at the door of Dr. Monzora. So why would he then endanger his life by going there when we know how these people behave? We know how they behave. It's said that these ladies were treated to this type of treatment. But I don't think I need to remind you that in 2018, Honorable Msiairambe was taken to a hospital after she received more or less the same treatment from the same Joanna Mamombe and her crew. I don't want us to go there, but I'm simply saying to you, these are ladies, or this is a grouping of people that has proved to the whole world that they can be as vicious as they are alleged to have received from the ruling party.
Okay, but the MDC Alliance has received so much favorable response after this incident. International media is awash with this story, and even embassies in Zimbabwe have condemned these attacks very strongly. How come on your side you are not condemning this as an abduction?
No, but you can't say we're not condemning this. I personally sent you Dr. Khuphe's statement yesterday, and they are saying you saw Honorable Monzora's statement. If that is not condemnation, I don't know what it is.
Who are you condemning?
I don't know what is. you know.
Who are you condemning?
No. But what you can't do is you can't then almost sit us down and hold our hands and start saying, here, write like this, here, write like this. We condemned the treatment. We condemned the alleged treatment. We condemned it, right?
By who?
So when
who are you putting this on?
We did mention that the police, Dr. Khuphe's statement mentioned the police. Same as Dr. Monzora's statement, it did mention that. So I really don't know why we are seated here, questioned as if in some way we are responsible or have influence over government and the treatment. You forget that Monzora himself has been arrested, I think, over 30 times. Dr. Khuphe the same. Dr. Khuphe and Monzora have been treated to even harsher treatment than this by a ZANU government. So you forget all of those things. Now you want to treat us like we're sitting here and we're gloating and we're very happy. We are not happy, hence we release the two statements. And it's unprecedented that the SG releases a statement on Friday and the president puts it upon herself to release a statement on Saturday, the following day. That's how serious we took this matter.
Okay, the feeling out there is that Dr. Khuphe is not hard enough on ZANU-PF. She's minimizing the abduction of the young ladies by not mentioning the word abduction. She's mixing the issue of the Mpofu sisters in there, and she's in fact condemning them for holding a demonstration during the lockdown.
She never condemned anyone for holding a demonstration during the lockdown. She did not condemn anyone. But let me come to it's me who has just raised that issue. So please don't put it on here. It's me who has said to you, it's worrying. And indeed it is worrying. But let me come to this. Your undertones of saying she's bringing in the Mpofu sisters. The Mpofu sisters, who's supposed to speak for them? Are you saying to me that violence meted to the Mpofu sisters must be ignored because a few days down the line, Joanna Mamombe and the other two were also violated? Is that what you're saying to me?
Now, why is the statement issued at the same time? Did you issue a statement on the day when the Mpofu sisters were abducted?
No, because that's something that she has been following. Like I'm saying to you, I mean, the social media is awash with a lot of stories. And a president has to verify the veracity of every claim. And once she's sure that at least here there is credibility to the allegations, then she can speak. Imagine if every day she has to follow social media and begin to comment on those matters. What will happen?
But are these not women's issues?
Of course they are, hence she commented.
Yes, this is where the issue of minimizing comes on. When the Mpofu sisters were abducted, it was awash in media, but she did not issue a statement. However, now that the Mamombe and her youth leaders were abducted, she tries to bring them in together.
My brother, I understand that yourself in the media and even some in the diplomatic community, you do not care about the voiceless. I understand that you guys pay no attention to the underprivileged. Worse still, when you look at where they're coming from Matebele land, and they are therefore insignificant and they should not matter. They should not be put together with, quote unquote, these important people. No, that's not how we view things. To us, everyone is valuable, not only in the eyes of God, but in our eyes, and we will treat them the same. But as I told you, that if you look at the degree of inhumane treatment meted against these people, the Mpofu sisters got worse. So I'm surprised that we're sitting here with you pushing, why are we even talking about the Mpofu sisters? The question is, why are we not talking about the Mpofu sisters now? Why wasn't that protest about how the Mpofu sisters were treated?
Okay, can I explain that to you?
Please.
From my point of view.
Please.
When the issue of the Mpofu sisters came out, it was produced in a almost tribal manner to say that the police were acting in that manner because they were tribal. That was the reporting from the Blawayo journalists. I do not know if you remember that.
No, go on.
So when you bring in a tribal issue in a national issue, you divide opinion. So the mistake was with the Blawayo journalists who made this a tribal issue and not a national issue of brutality.
No. Maybe you'll have to educate me. What is a tribal issue and a national issue? Who qualifies as a only a tribal person and then the other one is a national person? So just help me there.
Let me explain to you. When the issue was produced, there was an outcry that Shona officers had brutally beaten up Ndebele ladies. And that was the reporting, which divided opinion. And I'm mentioning this so that in future people understand how to produce an issue. And this is why the sisters issue became contentious.
All right, okay. I want to go with your narrative. So if you then say that the reporting was done poorly, as you are claiming, and on that basis, then you must almost look the other way or diminish the pain and the inhumane treatment that these ladies suffered on the basis of poor reporting.
No, it's a matter.
What if the reporter had that intention? That's not how we go about solidarity, my friend. We don't care who reported and how they reported. We're not interested in that. We know how mischievous the media is, and we don't care about that. All we will do, or all we care about, is to make sure that all of us are treated equally in this country. That's all we will do. And you can't, for the life of me, expect from me to say, because the reporter reported this thing badly, as a result, these ladies, they no longer qualify to receive my protection, my solidarity, and my agents in speaking on their behalf.
Is that not the reason why? Is that not the reason why you are refusing to use the word abduction? Because the people involved are MDC Alliance.
I did not refuse to use the word abductions. I said to you, I have to sit here and look at the information at my disposal. Having accessed and gone through all the information at my disposal, I then write a message of solidarity and condemnation, and that is what I did.
No, but the ladies have described that they were taken, they were covered in scarves, in their own words. Are you discounting what they're saying, that they were abducted, and opting to say they were abused?
I did not discount that they were abducted, because like I said to you, unless if you want to sit down now and start writing statements for us, you can do that. Because when we are saying inhumane treatment, I think the abduction falls under that also, not so.
No, but that's because you don't want to pinpoint ZANU-PF. You don't want to put this at the door of ZANU-PF. None of the statements issued by MDCT have put this at the door of ZANU-PF.
Kabanko, I think as a reporter, you can ask us questions and we answer questions, and you don't have to put words in our mouths. You need to treat us fairly like you treat the other side. But for me to sit here and then you say to me, because I did not capture the narrative in the manner you want it, the framing of the narrative is not in the manner that you want it, therefore it means this. That's erroneous, my friend. It's extremely erroneous. I am saying to you, when we are saying inhumane treatment, we are talking about the alleged treatment from the very first instance when they were taken to the very last instance when they were discovered. That's what we are speaking to. Now, you may not be happy that we are not using phrases and terms that you want. Tough luck. But to sit here and then want to infer or almost impose narratives on us, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay. So you, in your party, there's no view that this was stage managed to give the MDC Alliance international mileage?
Well, the guilty are always afraid. You see, because basically what you have just done there, you have actually projected or made a confession to me on what you guys are thinking or what you know to be true.
So you're not thinking it. You're not thinking that the MDC Alliance got so much international mileage. They were now in a fix with the Supreme Court ruling, and now they're all over the newspapers internationally. In your party, you don't feel that the MDC Alliance staged this, and that's why you're not using the word abduction.
Your words, my friend, not mine. Those are your words. It could be a confession, it could be projection. I really don't know.
Okay, so you believe that this was an abduction?
No. Listen to what I'm saying to you, my friend. I'm saying to you, we have issued a statement and we have condemned the inhumane treatment. That's what we have done. We have condemned the inhumane treatment meted to females in particular, the vulnerable in particular. And we have covered the two Mpofu ladies, and we have also covered the 3 ladies from Harare. We have done that.
But you are refusing to use the word abduction. All the sides of the MDC.
No, what I'm refusing is to be almost forced by you to use phrases and terms that you think I should use for whatever reason. No, I think I have articulated this matter in the best way possible, in the best way I understand it. And no one has come back to me and said, you seem to have left something out. By the way, I'm running out of battery. I think I'm left with 10 minutes. So this interview may just end unexpectedly. So you may want to wrap up.
Okay. Mr. Pugeni, I am very disappointed in the MDCT personally, and I know on behalf of many Zimbabweans that you don't want to take the story of the young ladies who specifically said they were abducted, they were made to run and sing and chant slogans and told to demonstrate like they were doing, and you term it abuse when it's clearly a political action that was taken by someone.
No, my friend, you can be this is fake disappointment, by the way. You guys are pushing an alliance narrative. Good luck with you. It's okay. I think we have given our solidarity messages, which has not happened, by the way, every time we've been faced by the same brutality from the very same MDC Alliance. So I'm not surprised. It's not a tit for tat. I think we have done exactly what the former First Lady of America said: when they go low, you go high. We have refused to stoop to your level. We have issued our statements of solidarity and condemnation. That you are not satisfied, I think it's an indictment on you than on ourselves. We can't be sit here and be almost walked through on how we should write a solidarity statement.
Okay, so let us wrap up.
Yeah.
The Mpofu sisters,
Yes.
as Dr. Thokozani Khuphe called them or visited them.
Yeah, but that is exactly what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you, I was in church yesterday the whole day. You know, there's an online church which I'm heavily involved in. So that's what I was busy with. So I'm going to be talking to the president later today. So I haven't canvassed much on how far she has gone with all the 5 matters, by the way, all the 5 ladies. So that's something that will be close to her heart. Obviously, there's a team around it following, making sure and understanding things.
Okay, I'm happy with the responses that you've given us. Yeah. I tried as much as possible to get information from you about how you feel about the abduction. And I'm not happy with the fact that you have not agreed that these were abducted.
No. I did not disagree. Where I disagreed with you was you trying to impose phrases and how I should frame a conversation. No, I'm not interested in that. You guys can do your politics. It is fine. I think we have condemned the ill treatment. I think we have shown our solidarity. To the extent that is not enough, I'm sorry. But what we will not allow is we will not be an extension of a propaganda machinery. No, we will not allow you guys. You can capture the things, the manner which you want to capture them. But I think any fair-minded person has read our statement and has appreciated what we are addressing there.
Okay, and then as a last question,
Yeah.
is Lynette Karenyikore, you've mentioned here in the beginning, is she part of the MDC?
Did I?
Lynette Karenyikore.
Did I mention her? I didn't mention any name, but anyway.
Oh, she's the only one who had the conversation with Zenzel and Devil.
Oh, okay. So you're able to connect the dots. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm happy. Now, we received a statement from her Facebook page yesterday. I think you would have seen it, where she categorically claimed that she's an alliance vice president. Now, you will appreciate that those type of public pronouncements caused summarily dismissal of Honorable Wende and the other three. So I think you answered.
So she's going to be recalled.
Well, if you have to go by what happened to Honorable Wende, Honorable Tabita, and the other two, if you have to go, if there is consistency, if you have to go by it, because remember, that was not a forced statement. That's something that she decided to come out in the public and make it. Obviously, it was forced from the alliance side, because I'm sure they were piling pressure on her to find out if indeed she has dumped Chamisa or what. So I sympathize with her. I feel sorry for her, but it speaks to the issues of coming out in the open and standing for what you believe in. You know, bite the bullet if you have to, but just stand up for what you believe. She's a very nice person. I understand the predicament she's in, and deep down her heart, if you were to ask her privately, she's not with the alliance. But that's the country we live in. It's a country that never encourages or supports honesty and principled positions. So it's a country that encourages and rewards this duplicitousness and a bit of being sly and all those things. So she's caught in this situation. She's a very nice person.
Okay, is it true that the MDCT will be recalling 30 other MPs this week?
Well, I think you would have appreciated that the recalls are not so much based on the MDCT, but they are based on the behavior of the MPs. If the MPs, by associating with a different party or supporting a different party, they would have self-recalled themselves. So really the number is neither here nor there, because I wouldn't know it. I would only know by those who are intransigent, even in the face of the judgment, even in the face of recalls. So if people are that intransigent, what do you do as a political party? Because they need to be party discipline. We need to discipline our people and be united and chart a better way forward. You can't do that with people holding membership of two different competing parties.
Right, Mr. Kalipani Pugeni, we've had a very nice chat, and I think we should have more of these discussions. It really gives a lot of information to people.
But as long as you promise to stop your mischief, you can't be trying to force words into my mouth. I must be allowed to think openly and be able to express myself in the manner that I want. I shouldn't have words forced on me.
Okay, I'm only doing my job. I'm trying to get as much information for the people who are watching as possible.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to say before we close?
No, I would like to wish the people of Zimbabwe well going forward. And I plead for unity. You know, the polarization is not good for us. And I hope this reporting which you did this morning of a coup, for God's sake, can we just get civilized, man? Huh? Can we just get civilized? Can we go into the ballot box and choose our leadership there? This whole thing of coups, it's causing untold suffering to many of our people. And it's unnecessary. And the sad thing is that the political elite, every time there are coups and all those things, they just go outside the country. You know, they've got houses in South Africa, they have houses in England, they have houses in Botswana and everywhere. It's us, You know, we're now stuck in Bulawayo and subjected to all of the suffering, and we're stuck in Mbare and all these other township and rural areas of our country.
Right, thank you very much, sir. I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope to have you back very, very soon, before the middle of this week. I think we should talk again.
Okay. All right.
Right, thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thanks.
Sure.
Sure.